Welcome back to New Day Northwest. Learning to recognize what's healthy in a relationship is really more than pointing out what's wrong. Luckily, there's a nonprofit called One Love Foundation that enlists the help of young people to start life-changing conversations. I'm joined now by a mother-daughter duo, Hu Yen and Haley Wen, to tell us a little bit more about this organization. Remind us, ladies, what is One Love all about?
Thank you so much for having Mom and I here today. We're so excited to be here. One Love is a national nonprofit dedicated to ending relationship abuse and empowers young people to identify the 10 healthy and unhealthy signs of a relationship. And these 10 signs are core to One Love's mission and education.
Thank you so much, Haley. How did you both get involved in this program?
I was introduced to One Love last year when they were planning their inaugural Move for Love event. I rallied coworkers and their families to join the event, as well as moms and daughters from the National Charity League of Lake Washington.
And it's so important, right, that moms are with daughters as we're standing together and learning about this, and mothers and sons as well. You have a son.
Yeah, I have a 13-year-old son, so it's important for me to share what we're learning from the One Love Foundation. And Haley's also brought the One Love to her high school.
Yeah, I started a One Love club at my high school, Mercer Island High School, and I also attended One Love's One Day for One Love in Washington, D.C., which gathered 50 student leaders from across the nation, and together we rallied for One Love's mission and education to our state legislators on Capitol Hill.
That is great, and I hope they were listening.
Yeah, it was super exciting.
Why is this so close to your hearts?
Well, for me, I think this issue really impacts everybody. The statistics are that over 1 in 3 women, 1 in 3 men, and 1 in 2 trans or non-binary people will experience some form of intimate partner violence in their lifetime. So I think it's so important to learn this education at a young age, so we're able to identify the signs younger, and then we can learn to love better throughout our lives and in the future and spread it to those around us.
You have the chills, because it's really important that we are learning this younger. I was just telling you off stage about wanting to talk to my 10-year-old daughter about this. It's never too early to really start talking about these healthy relationships. Haley, how important is it also, though, for someone who's the same age as you to talk about this, as opposed to, our mom, we're going to tell our kids all the time, what we want, but why is it so important to have that peer-to-peer talk?
Yeah, I think that having that peer-to-peer talk with students around you really enables conversations that wouldn't be possible if it was like a coach or a teacher teaching you about One Love's education. So I think their peer-to-peer model is what really makes One Love different from other organizations.
Hu Yen, as a parent, why do you feel like it's so important for this education to be not just given to kids, but actually in schools?
We have so many different kinds of relationships. Relationships with loved ones, with friends, at school, in the workplace, and we're really never taught how to have a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
So I think if we're able to bring this into the schools at a young age, we can establish those healthy behaviors at a young age. And I think it will help people identify and help others when they see an unhealthy relationship.
Right. I mean, and making it part of the education process, like so many things should be. Healthy relationships are important in life, in love, in business. So I think it's so key. How are you, I know you've got this in the schools, but how else are you bringing this into the community and spreading the word?
Yeah, so far I started One Love Club at my high school this year.
Yeah.
And we've led a phone-based workshop and discussion with the student athletes at the school, and also hosted game dedications for the boys soccer, lacrosse, and girls lacrosse team. So I think One Love Club has done a great job of spreading One Love's mission in the community and to the people around us. And I think it's just so important to have this space where people feel comfortable talking about topics such as relationships, sexual abuse, and sexual assault, because it's not really conversations that come up naturally or with peers in the classroom. So I think having this environment where people feel comfortable talking about it really enables us to start this conversation so we can have this conversation for the rest of our lives.
Yes. I mean, goodness. Thank you for all you're doing to spread the word, both of you.
Yeah.
And I know there's a big event coming up, Move for Love. It's a big 5K run. Tell us about that.
Yes, so Move for Love is a 5K walk/run, and it's going to be at Lumen Fields this Saturday on May 20th with the start time of 10 a.m. And One Love is partnering with the Seattle Seahawks this year and many other amazing sponsors, and we're so excited to be there. You can register at moveforlove.org, and it's free for all students.
Like you said, the partners of the Seahawks and
and other sponsors. And Haley and I will be there, and we rallied moms and daughters from the National Charity League of Lake Washington, as well as colleagues and families from my workplace. So we hope you guys can join us for this fun event.
So great. Oh my gosh. High fives for all the hard work that you are doing.
you.
Honestly, changing lives and saving lives. Thank you so much to both of you. And mark your calendars right now for Move for Love Seattle. It is this Saturday, May 20th at Lumen Field. Make sure to visit the website on your screen to register. We'll be
Thanks
right
for
back.
having us.
Absolutely.
This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by One Love Foundation.